may this be one of the best moments of your life. You're listening to the Business Mirror Podcast for a broader look on business with Senior Editor Dennis Estopace.
Good day. Welcome to Business Mondays with BM, a segment of the BM Broader Look podcast, which focuses on the Philippine stock market. The Business Mondays with BM podcast is based on the stock market outlook story, which is written by Business Mirror reporter VG Kabuwag and comes out every Monday. For the text version online, please go to www.businessmirror.com.ph and search for Stock Market Outlook. For the print edition, please go to the companies section of the Business Mirror newspaper. Let's get on with the story. Local share prices dropped last week following the cue from several markets overseas as investors grappled with the reality that the pandemic is not yet over as cases of COVID-19 infections continued to rise. The benchmark Philippine Stock Exchange Index fell 123.23 points to close at 6,191.84 points. The main index started the week strong but fell sharply for 3 straight days before recovering on Friday after the surprise reduction of 50 basis points to key interest rates from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas in its policy meeting. This move by monetary authorities helped shore up investor optimism. The listing by way of introduction of Gokongwei property firm Altus Property Ventures Incorporated also perked up the market. Christopher Mangon, research head at AAA Securities Incorporated, said the main index continues to pull back on more profit-taking as investors monitor the increase of new cases in several key cities. Mangon explained that the losses in the Philippine Stock Exchange Index were more substantial than its Asian peers. Foreign investors returned to their selling spree with a net sell of 5.75 billion pesos by the end of the week. The average trading value for the week reached 6.2 billion pesos per day, slightly higher than the year-to-date of 5.97 billion pesos. All other sub-indices closed on the red, with the exception of the mining and oil index that bucked the trend to gain 186.70 points to close at 5,169.86 points. The broader all shares index fell 53.40 to 3,631.15. The financials index declined 11.60 to 1,238.96. The industrial index decreased 72.76 to close at 7,627.07. The holding firms index shed 155.30 to 6,444.47. The property index plunged 90.81 to 3,048.32, and the services index was down 0.61 to close at 1,394.50. For the week, losers edged gainers 168 to 85, and 17 shares were unchanged. The top gainers were PXP Energy Corporation, Merrimart Consumer Corporation, A. Brown Company Incorporated, Apex Mining Company Incorporated, Italpinas Development Corporation, Lepanto Consolidated Mining B, and Dito CME Holdings Corporation. The top losers, on the other hand, were MJC Investments Corporation, FNJ Prince Holdings Corporation A, Rojas & Company Incorporated, Sirtec Holdings Philippines Corporation, Alsons Consolidated Resources Incorporated, and Benguet Corporation A. Share prices may end the month on a positive note. This could become 3 consecutive months of growth for the main index unless investors decide to sell on the 2 remaining trading days of June. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index is currently up 6% for the month of June, and with only 2 days of trading left, we could say that it will end on a positive note, Mangun said. For the rest of the week, the market may continue to trade sideways and may continue its fall as investors anticipate a much worse financials for the second quarter of the year when most of the lockdown occurred, Mangun added. Mangun said they may see the market move lower at the beginning of next week as it tests support at 5,950 and then start to move higher towards the end of the week. Mangun added that foreign investors continue to show a lack of confidence in the Philippine market despite the rally of more than 50% that it has seen since it bottomed out in the middle of March. For the stock picks, Haj Narvaez, President and CEO of BPI Securities Incorporated, has recommended to buy shares of conglomerates SM Investments Corporation and Ayala Corporation. Narvaez based his recommendations on the view that these companies are proxies for the Philippine economy and both give diversity in terms of overall portfolio. Narvaez said these companies are pretty much in all of the key growth drivers for the Philippine economy, like in banking, property, and a bit of consumption as well. According to Narvaez, the growth of the Philippine economy is challenging for this year. However, he said that the trajectory of the Philippines in the medium term continues to look strong as government spends for infrastructure. Narvaez said that as more people get employed, whether overseas Filipino workers or in the business process outsourcing sector, incomes will continue to grow and the combination of consumption growth and infrastructure growth will help support the economy and translate to a 5% to a 6% growth for the economy moving forward. And the best and more liquid to play that theme over the next 5 years to 8 years will be the likes of SM Investments Corporation and Ayala Corporation as well, Narvaez said. Narvaez said he believes these are solid choices. The shares of SM Investments Corporation closed Friday at 938 pesos and 50 centavos apiece, and Ayala Corporation at 785 pesos per share.
Thank you for listening to the Business Mirror podcast. For a broader look on business, follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Business Mirror. Until next time.